Hello there, kia ora, and welcome to this week's The News. David Seymour, seen here practicing his backup career as a mime trapped in a box, is defending the new school lunch program he spearheaded after reports of issues on their first week of rollout. These included reports of inedible food, some meals being delivered up to 3 hours late and cold, and ham in halal meals. Said Seymour, "I know we promised sandwiches and fruit, food of the same or better quality, which weren't anywhere in sight this week, but we thought recycled food would appease those woke quinoa and sushi fans," as he ate out at a fancy new restaurant in his electorate after forcing children to eat slop. In a follow-up interview, Seymour confirmed that schools forced to buy food to cover for late and inedible lunches will not be reimbursed. Manawatu iwi have written an open letter to Governor-General Dame Cindy Kero to question the appointment of local councillor Grant Hadfield, seen here showing how many years' experience he has in the field of treaty claims on his fingers, to the Waitangi Tribunal. Their concerns include Hadfield holding a narrow and misinformed view of iwi and a refusal to undertake any education on local iwi and local treaty settlements. Hadfield's social media output includes content from Liz Gunn and other disinformation spreaders. Said Māori Development Minister Tama Pōtaka, seen here pointing to someone infinitely more qualified than Hadfield for the Waitangi Tribunal role, "Sure, we gave this spot to an unqualified farmer with a history of being susceptible to disinformation over far more qualified and appropriate choices. But at least Groundswell will feel represented on the tribunal now." The banking industry has been making changes to its lending rules in terms of business that are harsher on high-polluting industries in the wake of climate change, and it's become the latest rage bait for News Talk ZB hosts like Kerry Woodham and Mike Hosking, who, as right-wing political commentators, have often argued that regulation and rules stop businesses from making their own decisions on how to operate. But in this case, because it's all about climate change, which is woke, that simply can't be allowed to happen. New Transport Minister Chris Bishop, seen here wondering if he should bring back the mullet, was out this week celebrating what his party are calling the removal of blanket speed reductions forced on the public by the previous government. After extensive consultation with local communities, local authorities, experts in harm reduction, road safety, and emergency medicine that have been proven to reduce the harm from a vehicle collision significantly and help drop fatality rates at pick-up and drop-off times outside schools from a high of 85%. Oh no, my apologies. He simply said, "Got to go fast. Zoom, zoom." Numbers released this week by Finance Minister Nicola Willis, seen here being left hanging after trying to high-five the Prime Minister when she told him how in a Finance Select Committee hearing she said he was never wrong, even when he made easily debunked claims like the country's been in a recession for 3 years and it was all Labour's fault, show almost 22,000 families have claimed their Family Boost entitlements this year after applications opened on January 1st. The target set by the government for the scheme, which sees families pay for childcare then reclaim a rebate, was hoped to be used by 130,000 families annually, with 65,000 families having registered, meaning the first quarter targets are already well below expectations. RNZ has been accused of endorsing racist rhetoric used by New Zealand First Winston Peters, Shane Jones and Nationals Todd McClay towards Mexican-born MP Ricardo Menendez March, after a written update on the story seemed to make out he couldn't enunciate English words when quoting the Green MP. Said a spokesperson for RNZ, "Us fail English? That's impossible." And finally, this week saw the second and third readings of the Taranaki Maunga Redress Bill pass through Parliament, officially granting Mount Taranaki the status of legal personhood. As a legal person with no official recognised job by the government, Social Development Minister Louise Upston has already called it a lazy beneficiary and demanded it find employment or face benefit sanctions. And that's this week's The News. Hey, thanks for checking out today's video. Make sure you like, share, subscribe so you get more updates as we go along. We deal with these guys for the rest of the year.